never wanted to be on antidepressants, but there came a point where I just feel like I didn't have a choice. When you're struggling, people around you want you to hurry up and fix it. And if you don't, they start to question whether or not you're taking your healing seriously. Believe me, I tried the prescriptions for a while, but I felt like I was existing, not even living anymore. I didn't want to numb my emotions. I wanted to understand them. I wanted to feel them. I just didn't want them to drown me. So if you're someone who doesn't want to rely on medication, but you still want to heal your mind, your mood, and your nervous system, this video is for you. I'm sharing natural, evidence-backed ways to support your mental health without prescriptions, because healing can look different for all of us. So before I share all of the ways that you can heal from depression naturally, I want to just give you some possible side effects of antidepressants. So number one is that it can give you like emotional numbness, and I definitely experienced this. When I was taking antidepressants, I just didn't really feel much of anything. I wasn't like sad, but I wasn't like super happy. Like I was just even keel, like right in the middle. I wasn't up, I wasn't down. I was just like neutral all the time. Another thing is you could get really fatigued and you could feel drowsy. So like you take your medicine, but it's like you never have energy. No matter how much sleep you get, you're just always tired. This is definitely something that I experienced as well. Another side effect could be sexual side effects. Okay, y'all, so just because you're dealing with some mental health challenges doesn't mean you don't want to be able to experience an orgasm. Like, we are sexual beings. Like, sex feels good. So when I was taking medicine, like, I felt nothing. Like, you could literally touch my clitoris and I wouldn't feel anything. Like, I wouldn't even know you're down there. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Another thing that some people experience are weight changes. So it can lead to changes in your appetite. Maybe you want to eat more, maybe you want to eat less, which can lead to weight loss or weight gain. Another thing that can happen, which is so interesting, right? It can increase your anxiety or depression, or even increase like suicidal ideations. So you're taking this medication, right, to help you heal, help you manage your symptoms, but they can initially make your symptoms even worse. Another side effect that I have heard a ton about, and that's what really scared me about staying on antidepressants really long, is that you can become dependent on them and then you have withdrawal symptoms. Some people have been trying to get off of antidepressants for years and can't, because like their body just goes into withdrawal and they literally can't function without it. So that is definitely something to consider when thinking about antidepressants. Another thing that can happen is cognitive fog. So you feel really disconnected or slowed down mentally, like you just feel disconnected from yourself. You're unable to concentrate. So I didn't really experience this, but this is something that could be a side effect. So those are some possible side effects of taking antidepressants. And now I'm going to give you some other ways to manage and heal your depression without taking prescription drugs. So number one is magnesium. It's one of the most underrated like mood stabilizers because it helps your body release tension. I know after like a really rough day or like going through like really challenging time in life, like I was taking a lot of magnesium and it really did help me just feel more at ease in my body. And when you think about it, we're probably not even getting enough magnesium because the soil in America especially is not that great. It has a lot of issues, so we're not getting all of the minerals that we really need from our food. So supplementing oftentimes is key. Another thing that I took and that is scientifically backed to support mental health, depression, anxiety, things like that is St. John's wort. So St. John's wort is a natural mood lifting herb. Okay, so you know I'm a herb girl, right? I love my herbs. I love my herbs. So when I was really going through some stuff, y'all, okay, like I was going through these crying spells. I was feeling so low, like really just, I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to go back to antidepressants. So I looked into St. John's wort and it worked for me. Like literally I would take it and I stopped having my crying spells. Like it almost worked for me immediately. Okay, but the thing is, you want to be really careful about St. John's wort because it messes with almost every medication out there. So you got to either choose the side of the herbs or the side of prescription. Like, you can't play both. Another thing that is really helpful in stabilizing your mood and healing from depression naturally is vitamin D3 and omega-3 fatty acids. So your brain is made of mostly fat, right? And if you're low on omega-3s or vitamin D, your mood can really be affected. So getting enough sunlight, eating fatty fish, or just supplementing can make a really big difference, especially as melanated people. Living in America, we're supposed to be in warm temperatures, okay? We're supposed to be getting that sun all year round, okay? So we are thrown off. So one of the things that I do is I do supplement with vitamin D3, but you want to make sure it has K2 in it because it helps your body absorb it better. Another thing that I found super helpful and is also backed by science are adaptogens. So for example, like ashwagandha, holy basil, and rhodiola. Adaptogens, they do not numb your feelings, unlike prescription antidepressants. They do not numb your feelings. They just allow your body to react to stress better. They bring you back to your center. So for example, I have taken holy basil, aka Tulsi. I actually just placed an order for some. I also took ashwagandha a lot. So ashwagandha is one of my favorites, is because like it helps your body adapt better to stress. So yes, you could be in a stressful situation. It could be stress going on all around you, but adaptogens allow you to keep your cortisol levels, keep your cortisol lower, right? So your body isn't reacting to the stress, even though stress is around you. And what I found for me is that stress can really trigger depression because your cortisol raises, which affects everything. So when your cortisol gets too high, it can affect your mental well-being. Like, it's directly linked. So being able to make sure your cortisol stays manageable, stays at a good range, can really help prevent and manage feelings of depression. Another thing that is super helpful and is backed by science, we all know this, movement. Okay, movement is so important. Movement is literally medicine. So whether you go for a walk, whether you're dancing, especially like doing things that like move your hips, you know, because a lot of emotional wounds, a lot of stress, a lot of trauma is trapped in our hips. So literally moving your body can be healing. And oftentimes depression can just be stuck energy. You just have to allow that energy to move through your body. So it's not even just about exercising, you know, to look good, to, you know, have a six pack. Like, that motivation is not going to stay too long, right? But the reason that I stay committed to exercise is because I want to feel good. I want to feel good in my body. I want to release all that unstuck tension. And you probably have a better chance of sticking to a workout routine, even if you fall off sometimes, because I know I do. But you have a better chance of sticking to a workout routine when it is connected to the fact that it makes you feel good, that it makes you handle life better, that you feel more empowered, you feel more capable, you feel more resilient. So yes, get you a workout routine. It doesn't have to look like going to the gym. Like I said, it could be a walk, it could be dancing around the house. Whatever you do that makes you feel good, but also helps you get up and move your body, is a great way to manage and heal from depression. Another thing that I have found super helpful and is also backed by science is breath work and meditation. So when your mind won't quiet down, your breath can lead the way, right? Your breath can really help you to just calm down, to become more centered, to become more present. So a few minutes of intentional breathing can really help decrease your stress hormones and can reset your entire mood. So personally, I have been meditating for over like 10 years, and it has been very powerful. It's been a very major part of my healing journey, because once you're able to sit with your emotions, once you're able to sit and be still, you can allow the feelings to pass through you. You know they're not going to stay forever. And meditation teaches you how to be with yourself, how to be still, how to be present. And I found that it has been life-changing for me. Other things that can help are nervine herbs. So nervine herbs, they literally help calm your nervous system. And a couple of Nervine herbs are like skullcap and lemon balm. Those are some of my favorites. Also passion flower. So it helps calm your nerves without you feeling numb and drugged and, you know, super fatigued and, you know, can't function in your everyday life. Another thing is gut health support. So your gut is your second brain. I would say maybe it's your first brain, but your gut is your second brain. And when it's out of balance, your mood will be too. So real foods, herbs, and probiotics can literally change your mind, right? So being really intentional about what you're putting in your body, what you're feeding your body, because like, for example, if you're eating a ton of junk food, a lot of processed foods, you are not helping your body heal from depression. You are not helping your body. You are literally inflaming your body and causing more depression. And how easy is it, right, when you're not feeling good, to reach for the bag of cookies, right, to reach for those bag of chips, but you're literally doing more damage to yourself than good. So really being intentional about what you're putting in your body. I'm almost there, okay? So sunlight, we all need sunlight, right? So sometimes the most healing thing isn't in a bottle, it's just getting outside and getting some sun, touching the earth, grounding, being out in nature. And studies have even proven that just being around trees can lower your cortisol level. So there is something really healing about nature. We need nature to thrive. We need nature to be at peace. We need nature in order to heal. We need nature in order to be in balance. So get you some sunlight. Get out. It's okay if you sweating. It's okay, you know, your eyebrows running off. Okay? Like, do what you need to do to get that sun to allow your feet to touch the earth. And last but not least is community and purpose. So we heal faster in community. Having a sense of purpose, being seen, or just belonging to something bigger than your pain, that can be medicine too. So for me, like me stepping into my purpose of sharing what I've gone through, sharing how I've healed through situations, and sharing it with my community is a part of my purpose, because I believe that once I learn something, it's my duty to go back and teach my community. That brings me joy. That is my passion. My passion is literally going through life challenges, even though it don't feel good in the moment, but making it through life's challenges so I can share it with you all. So I know that like having a purpose really supports you in healing and managing depression. When you know that you belong, when you know that you have value, when you know that you're here for a reason, it positively impacts your mood and your mental well-being. Healing takes time, and just because you choose to do it in a natural way doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. The world will tell you to hurry up and get on something to prove that you're taking your mental health seriously. But I've learned that slowing down is taking your mental health seriously. Learning how to listen to your body, nurture your nervous system, and support your mind, well, that's healing too. So if you're walking this path, you are not behind. You're rebuilding from the inside out, and that takes so much power. For World Health Mental Day, I just want to remind you, there's more than one way to heal. Subscribe if you want to keep learning natural, grounded ways to heal, to restore your peace, and build community while still showing up for life. Because around here, we do not rush our healing, okay? We learn to rest, we learn to regulate, and we learn how to rise one day at a time. I'm Coach Nicole Amaya, the Real Life Healing Coach, and I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me. If you received any value from this video, I ask that you subscribe and I ask that you share. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.